Hey guys, I wanted to show off my sound booth. My saxophone is incredibly loud, and my neighbors came down about a month ago to complain. And so I decided I would finally build the sound booth I've been thinking about building I've been thinking about it for about a year now, and I finally did it. Here is the entire sound booth. Folded up. Basically, it consists of the 4 blankets and then the panels. Very nice to be able to fold it up and store it. The blankets are held up by hooks all around the periphery. It's very quick and easy. I can probably set the whole thing up in about 10 minutes. It's approximately 4 foot by 4 foot, and it's not really that crowded. It's probably a little bit less than that much space, but it doesn't feel cramped. Interesting, you can probably even hear the audio out here, my voice. Listen to my voice, testing, testing, testing. Listen to my voice, testing, testing. It just sounds almost weird in here. It's so dampened. So anyway, this is it. There is basically 2 ways to dampen sound. One way is to just use sheer mass in the materials. And the other way is to use materials that address each frequency of the sound being generated. So what I did is I created a booth that has a very stiff material that has a high resonant frequency on the exterior, and then the blankets on the interior will obviously have a lower resonant frequency. And so what you end up doing is the very stiff materials will block the low frequency bass sound, and the blanketing material in the interior will absorb the higher frequencies. So it's much more lightweight than just relying on bulky, heavy mass. Now, with that being said, this thing weighs about 150 pounds. Not super light, but not that heavy either, especially since it breaks up into multiple pieces. You'll see in a moment. These panels are in sections, so they're not really that hard to fold up and put in your closet. Yeah. One more final look. And my apologies, this is not a professional video. Just putting this together on the first try. Hope you guys enjoy it. Quite pleased with the results. I took an acoustics class in college, and I'm finally getting to use that knowledge. So anyway, what I'm achieving is approximately a 10 decibel decrease in sound power level, which is actually quite fantastic. 10 decibels will equate to approximately a 50% reduction in sound power level. Now, I could possibly double up on these walls and get maybe a 15 decibel reduction or attenuation. However, I think I'm just going to leave it alone because my neighbors are actually content. I've actually been talking to them and doing sound tests, and they are impressed and pleased with. They can still hear it, but it's no louder than normal noises that you would expect to hear in an apartment. So yeah. Oh, and the open door, I'm sure that's a big question. I did some sound tests, and surprisingly, I came to the conclusion no door is necessary, which is fantastic because light and air can come in. You don't need ventilation or extra lighting. And so it kind of makes sense because there's 15 panels and there's only basically one panel missing that makes up the door. And so if you just look at it from an energy standpoint, you've got 1 divided by 15, which comes out to approximately a 6% loss. And I did some measurements myself, and it's barely detectable on a sound meter when you have a door versus when you don't have a door. So I just left the door off. Anyway, that wraps it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want me to build one of these for you. Thanks.